Happy Monday in the morning, Buddy in the morning, stackers. Welcome to Buddy in the Morning with Stacky Benjamins. Grab your coffee, pop on the headphones, and get your personal finance on. I'm Joe Saul-Sehy, Average Joe Money on Twitter. Today we spun the what's today's headline, and it landed on two great ones. Yet another 401k lawsuit. We'll talk about how that went. And then second headline, here might be the key to that side hustle to make more money than you thought that you could. So we're going to cover that and more. But first, got to tell you that today's show of Money in the Morning is brought to you by Stacky Benjamin's courses. If you're somebody who's looking to learn more about your money, well, guess what? We've got you covered. Not on the podcast. We don't teach you anything here. We just wear bad sweaters because it's freezing in the basement today. It is a freezing day. we teach you over at learn.stackybenjamins.com. We just finished up with the new tax law, by the way. So if you're somebody who's thought before about taking our How to Legally Cheat on Your Taxes course, or you're somebody that is already enrolled, guess what? New module coming for enrollees, which is the tax law change. And if you buy it now, obviously, you're still going to get that also. Learn.stackybenjamins.com. All right, two great headlines today. So let's get this party started.
Hello, darlings. And now it's time for your favorite part of the show, our Stacking Benjamin's headlines.
Taping at a weird hour today, so not many people watching on the Facebook Live feed. But if you ever want to follow us on the Facebook Live feed, generally we're taping this in the morning, Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekend when we're headed out of town, like I will be to Seattle in the next couple days. Let's do this, though. Headline number one. This comes to us from Napa-Net, which is the National Association of Plan Advisors. HP wins again in stock drop suit. This is written by Neville Adams. Plan fiduciaries have once again prevailed in the suit challenging the presence of a company stock in a 401k plan. Plaintiffs' appellants, Mike Laffin et al., have filed the class action suit on behalf of current and former HP employees who participated in HP's 401k savings plan, whose accounts purchased or held HP common stock at any time between October 3rd, 2011 and November 21st, 2012. The suit claims that the fiduciaries of the HP 401k savings plan, quote, breached their fiduciary duties by permitting the plan and plan participants to purchase and hold HP common stock when the stock was artificially inflated and was an imprudent investment for the plan. Basically, what happened, if you look at the results, HP stock went down at that particular time, and the people in this lawsuit didn't like it. You know, it seems to me, and I don't know about this particular lawsuit, we've had a rash of these. We've reported on these before in the Stacking Benjamins show, our bigger show, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you know what? I think there's some lawyers behind this who just see, hey, we got these companies out there. We've seen some success suing other companies or suing companies about their 401k offerings. So you know what we should do? We should sue them. Or maybe we just have people that are angry when their accounts went down. I remember when I was a financial advisor, I had one client during the 2002 drop that hired an attorney and decided all of a sudden they wouldn't return my calls, and they decided they weren't going to talk to me anymore. And then next thing you know, the firm that I worked with received a note from an attorney saying that they were coming after us. And good for the firm that I was with. They reviewed my case with the attorneys with this company that I was with and fought it off, and nothing ended up happening. Basically, the people lost money in a big time down market. What made me angry was this particular client lost about half of what the market lost, not because I was trying to help them not lose money, but because the long-term plan for them was fairly conservative. We have money where it was supposed to be. And even though when the market turns down, you're going to lose money, if you got your money where it's supposed to be, you might not lose as much as the market did. So that was very, very frustrating for me. In this particular case, you know, and there are some of these lawsuits, by the way, that are very much valid. Some of the excessive fee lawsuits, some of the not paying attention lawsuits. And certainly if there's a problem with your 401k and you're not happy with the choices that are offered, you should go talk to HR and find out what the deal is. Find out more about the 401k. I think if more companies knew that employees were interested in what was going on in the 401k, you'd see some of these bad plans going away. In this particular case, I don't know the insides of the guts of this case, but it sure seems to me that somebody broke the golden rule. And the golden rule is this: when you work for a company, don't load up on company stock, or you might be asking for it, right? You already give your soul to a company. Why are you going to put all your money in that particular company stock? And then if something happens, not only might that affect your job, right? Remember Enron? With Enron, I think there were 4 people at the top who knew something bad was going on, who knew the inner workings. And yet you saw all these employees that not only lost their job, they lost their entire portfolio because of stuff they didn't know was happening at the top. So while we say always for diversification to not load up on a single stock, loading up on the stock that you work for, Mom says that's maybe not a good idea. So I always take Mom's advice. Let's see what's going on here in our live Facebook group. If you want to hang out with us sometime, just come look at Facebook and you'll see the time that our next recording is. Derek, I agree, Derek. Derek says that it's absurd that somebody sues because of the stock going down. The people get angry. They want to blame somebody. I remember part of what chased me out of financial planning, and maybe I'll tell that story sometime, was I had a client who said, I like having you, Joe. I just like having somebody to kick. I wanted to educate my client. I had a client just tell me point blank, when things are bad, I just like kicking you. Great, good, fantastic. And then the Wealth Hound, hey, go green, go white. Fantastic. We just had Phil Bach on Friday's show, on the Stacking Benjamin show. What a great guy. If you didn't listen to last Friday's show, where he talks about the reverse weighted S&P 500, really neat strategy. Phil Bach's a neat guy, but unfortunately he lives in Ann Arbor, which isn't good, Wealth Hound. And Josh, hey Josh, how are you? All right, no real comments on that story, so let's move on to our second one, everybody. This one I read this morning. This comes to us from MarketWatch. Quentin Futrell wrote this. He also is the moneyologist, does that column that we talk about a lot on our roundtable episodes. It turns out that maybe there's a way for you to make a lot more money. And if you're somebody that's ever thought about making a lot more money, many people will tell you that's having a side hustle, right? Which might even start off as a hobby. And if you have a hobby that might have a money-making component to it, and you're looking for time that you can save, I thought, what a brilliant way to find some time. Because I almost said that I can't believe what I'm about to tell you, but I think I can believe it. This piece, the headline says, the more you endlessly scroll on Facebook, the bigger the risk to your mental health. And I know we're on Facebook Live, and I'm so happy that you're here with us watching this, but I can't believe some of these numbers. Facebook, which was down last week, big time after chief executive Mark Zuckerberg said he wants to prioritize family and friends over brands. But he says that could result in lower user engagement. That's potentially bad news for investors, but could be good news for excessive Facebook users. Quote, we're making a major change to how we built Facebook. Zuckerberg announced in a blog post last Thursday. I'm changing the goal I give our product teams from focusing on helping you find relevant content to helping you have more meaningful social interactions. He added, by making these changes, I expect the time people spend on Facebook and some measures of engagement will go down. You know how much time people spend on Facebook? The average person, it says, in America spends 50 minutes a day, nearly an hour, browsing Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger, the company said, and all that time adds up. Well, guess what? If you spend that hour a day instead of endlessly scrolling, and which later on down in this piece, you can read it for yourself. We have it in the comments here on Facebook. If you want to read more, sink further into this vortex, you'll find that it's also bad for your mental health as you scroll and see other people having fun while you're not. So thinking about that side hustle, now's the time to turn off your electronics or turn on your electronics in a way that you'll be able to make some stuff happen. All right, that's going to do it for today. I am in Seattle, Washington on Friday from 6 to 8. I'll be at Elysian Brewing, 1221 East Pike Street on Capitol Hill neighborhood. So if you want to join us there, love to meet you. Love hanging out with my Stacking Benjamins peeps. So write me a note and let me know that you're coming so that we reserve enough room. Other than that, go stack some Benjamins. We'll see you next time.
Money in the Morning is created by Joe Saul-Sehy and is brought to our channels by our producer and engineer, Richie Rutter-Reese. Stacking Benjamins and Money in the Morning are for entertainment purposes. Before making moves, consult with your financial advisor. Looking for training sessions? Kathleen Sellemans has a great suite of Stacking Benjamins tools, so head on over to learn.stackingbenjamins.com. Hoping to chat with us on the web? Say hello to Shannon Cowan, our social media guru and community manager in our Facebook group. She can be found at stackingbenjamins.com/basement. From the basement, I'm Joe's mom's neighbor, Doug. See you tomorrow.